It's let me check if the stream is on.
Sure.
Okay. It looks like the stream is up.
Okay.
That's
I'll
very good.
share my screen and get started.
Okay, I will stop sharing mine. Welcome
Sure.
everyone to the Mega Hackathon 2024 closing ceremony. We have a guest speaker up first, and yeah, cool.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today at Mega Hackathon 2024. My name is Samit Sarane, and I'm thrilled to be here to talk about the impact of Gen AI on data science workflows and enterprise data privacy. So, today we'll explore how this cutting edge technology is reshaping our industry and what it means for future of AI and privacy. So, let's dive in together. So going ahead, giving a brief self-introduction of myself. So my name is Samit Sonane. I have been working in the industry from the last 5 years, and currently I'm working as a data scientist at Toshiba. I do have my master's in information systems from Cal State Fullerton. I have my expertise in natural language processing, deep learning, machine learning. I have been interacting a lot with LLMs recently. I've been using for prompt trainings, fine tuning the LLM models, and I've been creating like different application as my personal hobby project or also at my work using LLMs. So, Gen AI has been the new technology. It's a buzzword in the industry. A couple of years back, there was ChatGPT launch, and it created a lot of hype. I would say in that case that okay, what all things we can achieve from Gen AI, and it has been changing the industries and the landscape of the industries after that. So today we'll see that how this Gen AI is affecting a data science life, a data scientist life, or the data science workflow, and how it's affecting companies' privacy. So to get started with, like, what exactly is Gen AI? So by the definition, it's like generative AI refers to a class of AI algorithms that can generate new contents on the data that it has been trained on previously. So unlike traditional AI, which just focus on pattern recognition and then doing the predictions, Gen AI can create new contents. So basically, we can use GenAI in a lot of things like writing creative contents, repetitive tasks, code generation, like it has been kind of a friend with software developers, data scientists for doing code generation, image generation. So I consider like we have like two classes of GenAI, I would say, like closed source models and open source models. So closed source models are models like GPT-3, GPT-4 models. We have DALI models for image generation. We have Gemini Pro from Google. And for the open source model, I would say that we have good models from Llama, like Llama 1, 2, 3, 3.1. We have GPT-2 models. We have FLAN T5 class models, which range from small, medium, large to XL and double XL. So, going at like why Gen AI is important, why it is becoming a buzzword, why everyone wants to shift towards Gen AI and wants to implement that Gen AI. So I personally see there is a lot of benefits of Gen AI. So as I previously spoke, that we can automate repetitive tasks, we can enhance productivity and innovation. We can create powerful RAG models with the help of Gen AI. So like let's say you got huge corpus of documents, it has been dumped into your knowledge base and you want to get information quickly. So Gen AI can be used to get that information quickly and give you the ultimate results. It is getting implemented in creating chatbots. So we have like huge opportunities to explore in Gen AI. So going through a brief history, like how AI
Try the
started.
first, the one
So
that says
basically, in
extract.
1950s, we were at the very initial stage. It was like rule-based systems that we were working
Yeah,
on.
yeah, that one.
So for the rule-based system, I mean like let's say take an example of financial data. So in that case, let's take an example of credit, personal credit card fraud detection. So in that case, like you can create rule-based models. So you can create a rule that okay, at when there are like multiple number of continuous transaction in a very short period of time, and that transaction amount is greater than X, then it can trigger a fraudulent activity. So that by that we mean rule-based modeling. So going forward, like in 1980s, 2000s, we got like machine learning introduced. We were doing a lot of different models. We got into neural networks. Backpropagation was invented to update the weights. We jumped into natural language processing, financial forecasting. So all these things came into the picture. After that, like in 2010s, something DeepMind was invented. It was able to classify all the cats from a YouTube video. Meta also invented face recognition video, which was like deep face. And going forward, there was an invention of transformers, transfer learning. So and there was a very famous paper which came from the Google. It was invented by like eight Google research scientists, which is attention is all you need. So that paper was kind of a building foundation for all the generative AI models that we have been using. So right now it's exciting to see like what all things will be coming further. We have been progressing fast. We have been progressing good enough. So I'm excited for the future of AI definitely. So to get a brief uh, like difference between what is traditional AI and generative AI. So traditional AI, you can classify it into like we have supervised learning, unsupervised learning. In supervised learning, it's mostly like the labels. We whenever we have the labels, we tell the data that okay, whenever this is the label, this is the data point that you got, and try to understand the patterns behind the data point and try to predict future labels. That is kind of a supervised learning. It have regression classification. Then we have unsupervised learning. So in unsupervised learning, it's mainly like clustering techniques. We try to group the data points based on the characteristics that it has. And in complex, the Gen AI, it's more like creating new content, generating new text generations or image generation. So that comes into the play of Gen AI. So both of these things can be used together to get more effective, good models. So overall, how exactly Gen AI is changing the data science workflows? So we'll just go through one by one points in the upcoming slides. So basically, I personally believe Gen AI has been helping a lot in particularly data science workflows because it is making tasks fast. It is making prototyping fast. It is helping with the code generations for the software developers and data scientists. So that is helping us to quickly get a small code snippets and all that. So the traditional machine learning workflow. So we do have a traditional machine learning workflow. So we'll try to keep it simple over here. Like we get the data, we do perform the EDA, try to analyze what's wrong with the data, what's good with the data, is there any missing values, outliers, all that things. After that, we go ahead with feature engineering. So in that case, like we try to see what all features are important, what all features are not at all important, any correlations, can we generate any kind of new features or not? And then we proceed towards modeling, do test multiple kinds of parameters, do hyperparameter tuning, and then we select the best models. So there are like multiple steps where we can take help from Gen AI, and it has been helping scientists a lot. So some of the things are like we can data augmentation and synthesis. It can be we can take help from Gen AI and do this. We can automate the process of feature engineering or feature creation. We can do fast model prototyping and also tuning the models. We can do automatic data labeling and data generation instead of going through multiple thousand rows manually and then creating label for data. And lastly, we'll see how data scientist role has been shifting after coming Gen AI, and what are the new skills that we can gain. So, creating synthetic data or augmenting data. So, let's say you have an imbalance data set. So in that case, like whenever you are going to train your models and you're just using accuracy to judge your models, then your model might be lean towards the majority of your data class. So in that case, you generally augment your data. You try to improve your like um, increase the count of minority classes. So in that case, like we have certain algorithms like smooth. We can duplicate the classes. We can delete the majority class data. So in this case, like we can also use LLMs for data augmentation to increase the minority class counts and use it. And generate synthetic data. And one more use case will be in the healthcare industry. Like let's say you have patients' data, but you want to build model across it, but you don't want to leak your patient's data. So in this case, like what you can do is like you can try to like generate synthetic data from your original patient data and keep it as original as possible, and then train the model on it, and that will help us to preserve the privacy too. So, feature engineering process, like we just discussed that what was the traditional process of feature engineering. So, what are things we can automate? Like, for example, we can try to automate data cleaning, filling in the missing values like imputers. We have imputers like mean imputers, median imputers, some advanced imputers like KNN imputers. We can also use GenAI technologies to impute the missing values. We can try to select the values from the normal distribution in this case. And we can also generate new features, new labels. Like for example, let's take an example of customer review data. Let's say you're working on customer review data and you want to achieve certain kind of goal through modeling, or we can take an example of visualization itself. So whenever you can pass your review data to your LLM models and try to prompt your LLM models. For example, get the sentiment of the review, whether it was a positive, negative, neutral. So instead of building a whole new model to analyze the sentiments, you can just prompt the LLM models and get the answers. Let's say if the review data is very, let's say the review data is very unstructured. So you can use LLM in this case to get the structured columns. So for example, you uh, let's take an example of phone reviews. Like for example, a customer is complaining about his cracked display. So in that case, like we can like prompt LLMs or fine tune LLM, which is going to find out that what exactly customer is complaining about, when was the date of that complaint, and so on. So it do help for data generation to labeling the data too. And we do have certain new tools and technologies, which is like you can use for automated feature engineering. It's Data Robot, S2O.ai. So as today we are shifting from manual to more automated way, there are certain platforms that you can use. So it is Data Robot, S2O.ai. We do also have AutoML in Azure. I've been using Azure Cloud a lot. So I'm referring that platform. So we have AutoMLs, like we can pass in our data, we can then it's a supervised, unsupervised technique, and then it's going to generate various different models with different feature engineering process and different parameters too. And it will give you the accuracy score, F beta score, precision recall, and we can select the best model going forward. So I believe like going forward for the data scientists, it's going to be more like we need to interpret the models well. We need to understand what is required by the business exactly and selecting the best models. So we should learn like how to work with AI, how to speed up things by using Gen AI, and so on. So the new skills that you can go ahead and implement yourself to stay ahead is like understanding model interpretability very well. I mean, we all, as a data scientist, we do know that, but we should try to understand that, okay, how can I interpret this model? Try to judge that what model will be the best one whenever you are generating your models from AutoML. Uh, as you all know, GenAI is kind of a black box. So there has been a very growing demand in AI ethics. Like we should understand like there has been a growing demand in AI ethics because we should follow the ethics properly. Like we should not be leaking any kind of personal data of an organization of or the individual. So AI ethics can be very important too. Prompt engineering is something that you can think of a new sector that has come into the play after the Gen AI era. So there are like different kind of prompt engineering techniques. Like we have zero shot prompting, few shot prompting, chain of thought promptings, and so on. So you guys can focus in on prompt engineering, where we are trying to talk with the AI model and get the output. So you should know exactly how shall we ask the AI model and how it's going to respond and how are we going to interpret that output. So prompt engineering can be a helpful way in that case. So these are some of the examples, like what new roles will be coming in, how data scientists will be interacting with AI, and how data scientists can use Gen AI to like boost their productivity, to get the help, and to get more accurate results from their modeling. So I believe that with all this good things that has been coming from Gen AI, there is also a concern about privacy that the enterprise is facing. So, like, let's say if you want to if you want to implement these LLM models on in your company, and your company might be very skeptical to send the data over API to a third party vendor. And also like let's say you are using like GPT, you want to use GPT, so you are going to call on in OpenAI API, you are going to pass in data and then try to assess these things. So this thing is kind of a risk for the enterprises. So there is the risk of data leakage, data misuse, lack of transparency. We also need proper governance in this case. Data protection should be there, and so on. So we'll try to go through these points in further slides. So risk of data leakage. So as you can see, so like let's say you work in a healthcare industry and you want to use LLM, but accidentally you can leak the information of the patients. In this case, patient sensitive information. So an AI model can later use that particular patient's personal information to train in the background. So this thing can be very risky, and it can be like exposed to other people. So which shouldn't happen. So in this case, like what you can do is like you can take the approach of masking or animalization of the data. So this thing is also applicable in personal finance and many different industries. So we are the enterprises are very skeptical over here to like use LLM models which are getting called from the API. So this is a small example that I took from the web. So, for example, like there are some of the information like the name over here, and we have some of the web URL that we have. So we can try to mask this and then pass it to the LLM model, so that we don't accidentally leak any kind of data that can be remembered by the model, and it can be supplied to someone else, which wouldn't happen. And one of the huge concerns is like lack of privacy. So there is not much data, lack of transparency. Sorry. So there is not much data transparency in terms of Gen AI, right? Because these are black box model. We don't know what's happening in background. What can be the reason of the answer that the Gen AI model has been giving. So it do lead to trust issues in this case. Uh, so in traditional AI, you might know that we do have the SHAP libraries. We can try to interpret the model. We can try to understand the reasoning behind the model, that why model is giving certain kind of output. So there is a lack of transparency in this case in terms of Gen AI, I would say. To to address this privacy concern, so there are certain framework that we can follow. So there should be like frameworks developed in this case that and we should follow this framework. Like for example, let's say if you are using the APIs and passing the customer data to third party vendors, so you should tell your customers that okay, they should be aware that their data has been collected, it has been stored, and it is getting exposed. And we should develop frameworks that will help us. So going ahead, like you can adopt data compliances like CCPA. We can use GDPR. So CCPA is particularly with the California Protection Act, and GDPR is the European Union. So in this case, like there are some of the these are some of the frameworks that we can adopt in which that we follow good practices, and we let the customer know that data has been collected. If the data has been leaked, we do customer know timely that okay, there is a data leakage, and there should be frequent audit of this AI projects that we can follow. The other alternative is like we can skip going towards closed source. So we do have closed source models like OpenAI's GPT model 3.5, GPT-4o, GPT-4, and we do have Gemini models. But in this case, like we are passing in our data to these models via API. So what we can do is instead we can go towards open source models. So we do have a good amount of open source model available in the market that we can use it on our local machines. We can use it on our GPU machines or on the cloud. So I would suggest that we can definitely go to this approach. We have like various sizes of models that has been available over here. Like for example, we have Llama models, which is Llama 1, 2, 3. Llama recently launched Llama 3.1, like Meta launched it a couple of weeks before. And they have also launched it in various sizes, like ranging from 7 billion, 8 billion, 13 billion parameters, 70 billion parameters. And recently, they have also launched 405 billion parameters. So these are some of the open source powerful models that you can definitely use, and you can get it from Hugging Face. So Hugging Face is a model repository that you can go ahead and uh, download the model from Hugging Face on your local and then use it. So, we have a few benefits of it. Like the benefits will be you won't be sending your data. You will have more control over your data, and it's easy to run on your local. It depends, like what is your task exactly, and depending on it, you can select what model shall you use. What should be the size of your model, and depending on the resource availability, like the GPU that you have in terms of resource, you should select the models, because whenever you are running like very large models, you might require more powerful GPU to generate inference from that models, or maybe fine tuning that model. So open source models will also give you the advantage of fine tuning the models on your own custom data set. Closed source model also do have that advantage, but open source, you can also use that advantage from the open source model, that you can pass in your data and fine tune the model and create your own personal model. And that model can also be made public through Hugging Face. You can go ahead and upload your models. So yeah, this was about the open source model. So in conclusion, I would say the generative AI is transforming data science workflows, and it has been driving innovation across the industry. So its ability to to create new content and automate processes has far-reaching implication for business and operate and innovate. But yeah, however, with all these good things, we also have certain risks that we should be aware of, like exposing our data to the models. That enterprise will always have that risk. So we should proceed carefully, and we should like follow the best guidelines to mask our data, to follow the framework, or going ahead with open source model. So it is like balancing the technology advancement with privacy and ethical consideration. So yeah, that's all from my end today. If you guys have any question, I would be happy to help. Mhm.
Alright. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Alright. Thank you so much for presenting. It was very interesting. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, bye bye. I'll drop off. Yeah. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you. Have a good day.
Have a good
Have a good
one.
day.
Yep.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay. So we're gonna share our slideshow again. Alright. Before we start, I'm gonna make sure that I can hear myself on the stream. Thank you so much for presenting. All right, cool. Okay. Now we will move on to the next part of our presentation. So this is our closing ceremony for MEGA Hackathon 2024. We appreciate everyone who has taken the time to join us on this hackathon. My name is Michael. I'm the president of MEGA, and my friend Shantanu is here. He is the lead marketer of MEGA.
Hello.
And yeah, so we will announce prizes today. And yeah, this is the timeline of our ceremony. We have the guest speaker, which just happened, which was Samit. And now we have part 2, which is the awards presentation, and part 3 is the future of MEGA. Okay. This is our guest speaker. He just talked. He is a senior data scientist at Toshiba, and he specializes in machine learning, natural language processing, large language models, and everything related to AI. His talk was just about the impact of generative AI on data science workflows and enterprise data privacy. Okay, now we have awards. So Shantanu and I will alternate, and each one of us will talk about a award. Our first award is our Business Innovator Award. Shantanu, you can cover this one.
All right.
Okay.
So for our business award, it was Green Pack Innovations by the 3 people right here. Michael, could you please play the video?
Okay.
Hello, my name is Sid,
My name is Daniel.
My name is Gavin.
and this is our business proposal on Green Pack Innovations, a sustainable and environmentally friendly packaging solution. So, what are we going to go over in this presentation? We're going to start off with an overview of what Green Pack Innovations really is. Next, we're going to talk about what our goals are and some frequently asked questions. Then, we're going to talk about some of our key competitors and our future timeline and projections. Finally, we're going to talk about some possible market and environmental impacts and close it out with some of our final thoughts. So what is GreenPack Innovations? GreenPack Innovations is a driven company with the aim to reduce the amount of non-biodegradable plastics in on our Earth. So, how do we plan to combat the increasing amounts of plastic waste? With the use of new PLA plastic, we create a biodegradable alternative to plastic bags. So what is PLA plastic and what makes it special? PLA plastic is a biodegradable plastic made of sugarcane and cornstarch. This drastically decreases how much pollution is caused by plastic because it is biodegradable and made of natural materials such as cornstarch and sugarcane. It is not made of oil like most other plastics such as polyethylene are. Polyethylene plastics. So what are our future goals? Our first main goal is to drastically decrease the amount of waste created by both the production and disposal of non-biodegradable plastics. Next, we plan to market our PLA plastic bags to various corporations to propose an environmentally friendly approach to plastic bags. Finally, we want to branch out to various different products for the average consumer, such as reusable canvas or linen bags, or reusable plastic bags made of recycled plastics. And also, we'd like to branch out internationally. So some of our frequently asked questions. Why not reusable bags? Although reusable bags are often a great alternative to plastic bags, it would require a complete shift in consumer culture. Rather than that, we feel it is more impactful if the large pollutants be addressed first. Next, Why stop using plastic bags, and what makes PLA plastic better than regular plastic? The production and disposal of plastic bags causes great amounts of pollution and takes over 1,000 years to completely decompose. However, PLA plastic only takes 180 days to decompose in a compost facility. In addition, PLA plastic is made from natural and plant-based sources such as sugarcane and cornstarch, whereas traditional plastic is made from oil, which is a non-renewable resource. Finally, why not one of our competitors? We offer very different approaches to biodegradable plastics than many of our competitors, and more details will be on the next slide with Daniel Dang.
In a competitive economy, it's always a necessity for us to differentiate ourselves from others. Allow me to assess other companies in the sustainable materials market. Tetra Pak specializes in food packaging, but their focus is primarily on food processing and packaging solutions over reducing commercial plastic waste like our product. Molded fiber uses 100% recycled paper for sustainable packaging, but they do not offer an alternative to non-degradable plastic as we do. Finally, Mondi utilizes paper waste for an environmentally friendly packaging solution, but its main focus is on replacing plastics in shipping rather than overall commercial plastic waste. Now, let me describe our future plans and projections. Greenpack Innovations is set to enter the packaging industry with biodegradable solutions to end plastic waste. In our first year, we project over $500,000 in revenue from pilot programs. In our second year, as we commit to scaling our product output and outreach with new factories and marketing, we project a revenue of over $2 million. Finally, our third year will mark our international expansion to markets in Europe, India, and China. Given the demand for sustainable solutions in the international economy, we estimate a revenue of at least $5 million.
So getting into the impacts that the product will have on the relevant markets, obviously upon the launch of our product, there will be a spike in demand for sustainable technology. And as you can see here, over the last decade, the market share for sustainable products has grown by 29.5%. In addition, compared to our competitors, our company growth rate is over 40% higher than both Tetra Pak and Amcor, some of the biggest eco-friendly packaging companies out there. And then lastly, because our product is virtually the same as a traditional plastic bag with the added bonus that it's biodegradable, it should take off right away with large stores such as Walmart and Target. Now getting into some of the environmental impacts and benefits of our product. As Siddharth said earlier, both through the production and disposal of our product, we are reducing pollution. The disposal, because PLA plastic is made of cornstarch and sugarcane, which does not leach out any harmful or toxic byproducts into the environment. And the production aspect, because the production process of PLA does not have as much of a greenhouse gas impact as the production of more traditional oil plastics. And so it will have a lower carbon footprint. So thank you guys so much for watching this. This has been our proposal and our submission to the MEGA Hackathon 2024.
Okay. Congratulations to Siddharth, Daniel, and Gavin. That is our first award of today. Okay. So our next prize is the Gaming Award. This is given to a game that helps people learn algorithms and computer science diagrams. So it's made by Samvar Shah, Ovian Gandhi, and Samik Goyal. Okay. So we will show their video as well.
Welcome to Algo Spectrum. Here begins the journey into complex algorithms through our own interactive and intuitive visual aids, which transforms abstract and theoretical concepts into tangible and dynamic experiences that brings these algorithms into life. We'll be starting by diving right into breadth first search or BFS. As you can see, we have provided detailed explanations written here for those people who have been previously unaware of this algorithm. This is not, however, just theory. In combination with our graph visualizer, we will be able to ensure that any user is able to master this topic in no time whatsoever. So, with the explanation, there is also this visualizer. Suppose we create this graph with 4 vertices and the following edges. We will now be able to perform BFS on this graph with any vertex as our source. Suppose we take A. This animation will explain how BFS runs. It shows how all the neighbors C, B, and D are first visited, and then, since all the vertices have been reached, it does not continue with the traversal. This also has extra features of having a toggle for undirected graphs, as well as a reset option in case user wishes to run BFS again. We now move on to the second most important graph, which is DFS. In the DFS algorithm, we have excellent explanations of how recursion works and how mainly BFS is different from DFS. Both are graph traversal algorithms, but DFS depends on depth while BFS depends on breadth. This is explained extremely well in our explanation and is then further shown in detail through our visualizer. The same graph as before is implemented, but this time when we run DFS from vertex A, we note that it goes from A to B and then C and not to its neighbors D and C, explaining how depth first search is different from breadth first search. Two of the most complicated algorithms in graph theory have been explained in such a beautiful manner by our visualizers. We now move on to Dijkstra. Dijkstra, many people are not able to realize what the problem is that Dijkstra solves. Thus, we begin with this along with the input which is for this graph and why BFS is not going to work in this scenario. Once again, we have a graph visualizer which helps us to explain how BFS, how Dijkstra works. So here we can see if we run Dijkstra from A, it will change its value to 0 as it's now the source. And then it has the shortest distance mark to both the other vertices, which in this case is 7 and 9. Note this is how Dijkstra works. It is not 10, but instead 7 plus 2, which is 9. This extremely nicely explains the principle behind Dijkstra. We now move on from graph algorithms to something which is of utmost importance, binary search. Here we have an array which can be chosen arbitrarily by the user. For example, we have 5 elements, and in sorted order, there are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And say we are looking for the target value of 7. We can just set the array, which gives us a visualization of the array, and then start with binary search. We see that our code or website gives us steps in how binary search was performed, not just the answer, which enables the user to theoretically and conceptually understand how binary search worked on this example. Further on, we can move on to the knapsack problem, which is a very famous DP or dynamic programming question. For people who don't know how DP works, we have a beautiful explanation of all the steps involved in DP, which can make you understand DP far better than just a group of sums. But we also interactively solve the knapsack problem. Say we have 2 items with weight 10 and 15, with profits of 4 and 3, and a capacity of 30. We will see that when we solve the knapsack, it gives us not only the entire DP matrix or table, but also the steps and calculations of every single DP state. This can be so useful for someone who's trying to understand DP and just does not want the final answer, but all the steps. Thus, finally, to conclude, this project aims to spread the knowledge of computer science algorithms to all people, but in a fun and interactive way, explaining theory with visual aids. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So this is Algo Spectrum. It makes learning computer science more fun through very creative animations and visualizations. Next, Shantanu, you're up.
Next, we have the Sustainability Award. The award was given to a project named Travero. To the description, your guide to sustainable travel. Discover, learn, and explore with eco-friendly tips, inspiring stories, interactive tools. Is being glitchy.
Huh.
Introducing Travero, your one-stop shop in discovering Europe's green natural wonders while encouraging eco-friendly adventures and sustainable travel practices.
Travero encourages users to explore iconic locations through virtual tours, gain insights from personal accounts, navigate eco-friendly destinations, and reinforce eco-conscious habits with trivia, all within a sleek, modern design.
At the home screen, users are prompted to sign up for an account. If users are logging back in, they can click on this button to redirect them to the login page where they can log in manually or Google. This is all powered by Firebase.
At the top, we see a dashboard to navigate between sections. Currently, we're on the flag section. Here, we can click on either arrow, the left or the right, to select a country of your choosing. Once selecting a country, we can explore the other section.
For example, we can click on the tour section. Here, we see a live tour of Berlin, along with a description through the help of City Walks. Users can see quick facts on the bottom left. Virtual tours provide us with insight of how eco-friendly a city may be by considering the amount of cars, bikes, commercial buildings, and many more.
After navigating to tours, we can head to eco accounts, which is real-life accounts of friendly German travelers. For instance, we can click on Christoph Schultz, which directs us to his page to learn more. At the top, you can see his name along with his bio. Then you can look at his history and tips that he encourages through his website, which is depicted in the bio. Once you are done, you may click on the back button and explore Ronald Streicher.
After exploring Germany, users can explore a different country, such as Spain. As a result, the tour section is updated, showing a tour of their capital, Madrid. Next, we can transition over to the eco account section, where we see two eco-friendly Spanish travelers, Paco Nadal and Alberto Gonzalez. And Alberto Gonzalez. Similar to the travelers, we can click on either box and explore their bio, their stories, and their practices. This goes for any country you explore, including Germany, Sweden, Spain, Greece, and the Netherlands.
We have one more link.
Afterwards, users can test and refine their knowledge with general trivia around economical practices. Not only do they introduce users to new concepts, but they encourage making eco-friendly travel choices. Once reading the question, users can choose an option. If they get the correct option, the box will highlight green and automatically move to the next section. If they get the option incorrect, the box will highlight red and the user will have to select the right answer to move on. The questions are looped so that the users can keep on answering and grow their knowledge.
Last but not least, users can go to the section labeled Sustainability. This section highlights destinations known for their commitment to sustainability. Markers with the globe icon are countries, while markers with the pointer icon are specific locations within cities. For example, we can click on Sweden, where we can see as a whole how the country is committed to sustainability. If the user would like to learn more, they may do so by clicking the Learn More text, which redirects them to a page discussing Sweden's goal for sustainable travel. We can also click on a point in Germany called Green City Freiburg. This is an economical destination in Germany. Similar to Sweden, we can see a quick overview and view more information by clicking on Learn More.
This concludes our presentation of Travero. We hope you enjoy and have a good rest of your day.
Okay. So that was Travero promoting sustainable travel. Okay. The next award is Artificial Intelligence. And this award goes to Ansh Singh for Vocation.ai. Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. Our Google Meet just ended, so we will go back to presenting that video. Okay. This was vocation.ai. Okay. Okay. Next, we have another award.
We have our website awards because there are actually 2 awards here. So, the first award for the internship winner, it's an AI grading system presented by Rishab.
Shoot.
For our next award, for our next website award, it's a sustainable travel presented by James. Explore the world sustainably. Your guide to eco-friendly travel adventures.
Welcome to Sustainable Travel Guide, your ultimate resource for eco-friendly travel adventures. Discover comprehensive guides on sustainable transportation, accommodations, and activities that help you reduce your carbon footprint. Our platform offers valuable insights into using public transport, promoting cycling and walking, and exploring electric vehicle options. Learn about eco-friendly hotels, homestays, and eco-lodges that emphasize sustainable practices. Engage in activities like eco-tourism, cultural experiences, and responsible wildlife tourism. Our interactive maps highlight green destinations and eco-friendly stays, making it easier for you to plan your sustainable journey. Hear personal accounts from travelers who have adopted sustainable travel practices, from heartfelt testimonials to detailed case studies and inspiring blogs and vlogs. Discover destinations renowned for their commitment to sustainability, such as Copenhagen, Costa Rica, New Zealand, Bhutan, and Slovenia. Join us and explore the world sustainably. Visit Sustainable Travel Guide today and embark on an eco-friendly adventure. Sustainable Travel Guide, explore the world sustainably.
Okay. Now we're back. And our next awards are the music awards. Since we are having our friends from Kinetic and UC Berkeley judge these will be released on Monday via DevPost and Discord, so please pay attention there. We will have 3 for the live music directory and professional network web app, and then 3 for live music booking CRM. Please be on the lookout on DevPost and Discord. Yeah. Next, we have Educo. This is our bronze medal prize. And we go here. And we will now see Educo's video.
Can you imagine an app that combines the power of artificial intelligence with gamification to teach English to children in a fun and an effective way? Introducing Educo, the new app that revolutionizes the way children learn English, inspired by the success of platforms like Duolingo. Educo is an educational application designed specifically for children. We use artificial intelligence to generate personalized books based on each children's interests, ensuring that the content is relevant and engaging for them. By integrating gamification, we turn learning into an exciting game.
Okay, so now let's see a demo of the application. And well, first of all, I'm going to create my account. Let's say cat. I'm going to pick a profile photo and press here in done. And well, as you can see, the interface resembles a video game with a point and streak system because we seek to incentivize learning through gamification. So children will be rewarded by points every time they complete a book. And with those points, they can buy hats. So, well, now let's go to the books. We use artificial intelligence to analyze the interests of each child. So, well, in this case, I'm going to create a story about space cats. And it's going to be a science fiction story. So I press here in done and well, as you can see, I have a complete story about a space cats. So well, I'm going to read the book. Okay, I just finished the book. So I'm going to press here in done and I'm going to answer the question. And as you can see, I extended my streak and also I won 50 points. Well, the platform creates automatically an image of the book. Well, as you can see, I just created other books. And well, in this case, let's say I want answer wrong this question. In this case, it's going to say that the answer is wrong and it won't give me points. It's because we analyze the answers using also artificial intelligence to ensure that children read the books. Also, well, in this case, I have 100 points. And as you can see, I can use other hat in this case. And well, also I can change my account. So in this case, well, let's say I want my username to be cat2. And let's say I want to use this new profile photo. I can press here in update data and well, it's going to update it.
Another aspect we would like to highlight is the interface. Educo was created to be as similar as possible to a video game. throughout an intuitive platform in which children feel comfortable regardless of their level of English. Educo not only teaches English, but does it in a way that children enjoy. Powered by artificial intelligence and gamification, we are creating a learning experience that is both educational and entertaining. Join us and transform the way children learn English.
Okay. That was Educo, our bronze medal prize for Mega Hackathon 2024. It figures out a way to generate stories and test your reading comprehension. Next. Educo was made by Tomas Rubio and Juan Camilo Rosero. Okay. Shantu?
This are several medalists. This award goes to Study Flow by Varun and Enzo.
Welcome to StudyFlow, the easy way for students to track their assignments and stay on task, setting them up for a better tomorrow. With the rise of cell phones and social media, students have been having more and more trouble staying on task and getting their work done. I myself do struggle with staying focused when we all have this tech around us at all times. Research by the University of Nebraska-Lincoln indicated that college and high school students check their phones an average of 11 times per class day, with about 80% of students reporting that their phone use can interfere with their learning and productivity. Many people are looking for a way to manage their assignments and keep themselves on task. That's where StudyFlow comes in. It allows you to manage all your tasks in one place, and it facilitates your progress on your assignments by blocking pages irrelevant to what you're working on. We've designed StudyFlow to incorporate a clean, simple UI so that students can easily use the web extension for their purposes. With that all said and done, we'll now show you a quick demo of the web extension.
To start, we can go and click the extension button to the top right, and we can click the plus button. This will show us a variety of colors we can make our sticky notes. We want to go for a sticky note and whiteboard design as it fit the education theme and it was something that was visually appealing. Now you can put as many notes as you would like to fill the page so you can organize your assignments. So if you click the edit button, you can now edit your notes. So you can put the topic of your assignment, so what class it's for. You can put the due date. You can put a couple notes about your assignment, so you can put the assignment name and also things like what problems to do. Whatever you want to put there, you can put. And then finally, you can put the time frame for this assignment. So how long do you think it's going to take you to complete it? So just give yourself an estimate of how long you think it will take. Now once you've filled out all these fields, you can start your assignment by clicking the start button. Once you click the start button, you can go onto many different websites and you'll see the blocking in action. So for example, if you go onto IXL, this is a very common math learning website, so nothing's going to happen. It's going to allow you to proceed. But to keep you on task, if you decide to go on something like games, you'll see that the blocker will immediately block you. Now this is using an AI model that we have in our backend that essentially matches the topic that you have with what you're searching for or what website you're on. So for example, if you go into Harry Potter, it realizes that Harry Potter is not related to math. Now we can go back onto our StudyFlow extension and finish this assignment. And I'll show you a little burst of confetti if you finish your assignment, just to give you a little bit of joy. Now we can look at a second assignment that we want to create. So for example, we can look at something like computer science. We can put our due date, which I set one day back just to show you a feature a little bit later on. We can say our assignment name or any details of our assignment, and again we can say the time frame. Now after you press start, you'll be able to see that we can go onto more websites again or do some more searches. So for example, we can search something like computers. And as you can see, we can look at computers because it's related to the topic that we're searching for. But let's look at something like Subway Surfers, which is a common mobile game. As you can see, it will block it in right a moment here because it's not related to the topic. And we can even look at something else, like we can look at Avengers Endgame, which is a popular film, again not related to computer science, and it'll tell us to go back and get back on computer science. Anyway, we can go back to the extension and we can just see that if an assignment is late, as in it was due before the current date, it'll basically pop it up with red text to alert you. Now we're going to be taking a look at our backend portion of the project that utilizes AI.
Here's our backend, which decides if a page will be blocked or not using AI. We use a Llama 3 instance, which was fine-tuned with about 130 examples of websites and what topics they are to increase blocking accuracy. Here we can see where we call the Llama 3 AI using a prompt where we ask it to approve or deny the website the user visited based on their assignment and topic. We then use some simple code to extract a yes or no, since models can have varying responses. And here if we scroll down, this function, re-extract_query, uses regex to extract what a user is searching for in Google search, Bing, and DuckDuckGo searches. It cleanly formats what the user searched for so the AI model can accurately understand what the user is searching for. And this is the API route, which the extension calls every time the user visits a website. And we get the assignment and topic along with the URL they visited and ask the Llama 3 model with the prompt before whether to allow or deny it.
Thank you to all the judges for judging this competition, and this is StudyFlow signing off.
Okay, that was StudyFlow. And before we get to the gold medal prize, we would like to thank all of our judges quickly. So this is our dev post. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. Thank you to all of our sponsors on the right-hand column and all of our wonderful judges here. These are the ones who decided the bronze, silver, and gold prizes, as well as gave us some insight into how to pick the sponsor prizes. Yep. Okay, now we go back to the slideshow with the gold medal prize. This was the prize that got the highest average score in the judging. So we have Grow AI. And it was made by Akhil Gupta and Vishesh Verma. Okay. This is Grow AI, and we will watch their video now.
Hello, esteemed judges. My name is Vishesh Verma.
And my name is Akhil Gupta.
And we present to you an experience known as Grow AI. So we know why education is important, but we got to thinking, how do we improve education using AI? Could it be AI tutoring, AI games, social media, AI virtual class? But then it came to us, the idea that we're about to present to you, Grow AI.
So now let's introduce our concept. So Grow AI is basically an all-around educational service with multitudes of educationally oriented activities. Grow AI is the perfect platform to make users both book smart as well as street smart. And now let's talk about our website structure for this project. So in the back end, we use Node.js and MongoDB. MongoDB is the database used to store all the information, such as the users, quizzes, courses, more. And React and Node.js is our backend language where we handle all database interactions between the front end and the backend. In the front end, we use React.js, which is a JavaScript framework that we use to style our website. We use a specific library called Material UI to give our users the best sleek design they could ask for. And finally, for our routing, we used Express.js, which is also another JavaScript framework that acts as a connection between the front end and the back end.
So our main features are study sets, which are AI-generated study sets on any topic the user wants. We have quizzes, which are inside the study sets, and you can take a quiz with the questions and terms that are generated. And we have flashcards as another way to study through the study sets to test your knowledge and review. And finally, we have courses, which are AI-generated that encourage mastery. So users can learn about an entire subject, and throughout they can watch YouTube videos and learn by taking concept checks as they go. So here's our study sets, and we start over by creating one.
And as you can see, now the questions are loading from the back end. And this is basically how you take the quiz. So we'll just put in random answers right now. Got that one right. And this is basically the review for the quiz.
And we can explain the incorrect questions to us using AI. It will tell us why we got that question wrong. So we can see, and it explains to us why our answer was wrong and why the correct answer and where we went wrong. Now on to courses. We can go over here to generate a course.
And now creating the course is loading, and all of the courses and the topics have been created. Now we just need to generate the topics.
So now we can take the course. So we can see here our course has been loaded, and we can learn, about classical mechanics, so classical physics. We get a concept check here. So let's get it right. We complete. We move on to the next one, and then we can, move on. And this is the YouTube video, and the concept checks come from the YouTube video. So yeah, and you can move through and complete your course and master it about any subject you'd like. And back to the study sets. And for the study sets, we can actually, when we click it, we can study with both flashcards and quizzes. So if we study with flashcards, we have our flashcards here. And now we can also study with our quizzes. So that is Grow AI.
Thank you, all judges.
Hope you enjoyed our project, and we hope you have a great day.
Okay, so that was Grow AI, our gold medal prize. Shantanu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Alright, cool. So yeah, next. Oh, also, we wanted to point out that the 2 music prizes will be updated on Monday. We're still judging those, and after that we will publish them in Discord and DevPost updates. So Shantanu, you can talk about this now.
So we have the future of Mega right here. We just want to real quick thank all our products partners, Kinetic, Insight. Huge thanks to them, really.
Yeah. So Kinetic is a group of friends from UC Berkeley, and they have been helping us finding sponsors and judging projects. And yeah, we greatly appreciate everything they've put into it, all the questions they've answered. Their Discord server has been a big help to us. And yeah, Insight is something new we've been working on. We are in the process of developing a more accessible and more open research journal for students to publish their research. And this will be coming out soon. We will email to people and send Discord messages promoting it further once it's further in its development. And we look forward to having more hackathons in the future as well. We're not going away from hackathons, but we're expanding beyond hackathons too. And yeah, thank you to everyone. Follow us on Instagram at MEGA Hackathon. Go to our website, site.megahack.org. And thank you to all our participants, sponsors, judges, team members, and our guest speaker. And yeah, we're looking forward to hosting more events promoting human development in the future. Thank you for having this wonderful hackathon with us.
Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Leave a like.
Yeah, click that bell too.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. That has been